This is lesson 3.2, Understanding Sentence Structure. Let's go. Kia ora and welcome back. Before we jump into this lesson, how did you get on with your mahi kāinga, your homework? I gave you 3 sentences to translate, so let's go over the answers. Number 1 was I am swimming, and the answer is e koukou ana aho. Now, if you found another word like kauhoi, that's okay. Number 2 was you are laughing, and you should have come up with something like e katakata ana koe. And the third and final one was she is drawing, and you should have come up with something like e tuhi tuhi ana ia. Ka pai. Now that you've learned some essential vocab, we're going to start focusing on understanding the basic sentence structure in te reo Māori. This will allow you to start forming more complex sentences so you can start to express yourself more clearly. The good news is that the sentence structure in te reo Māori is very simple compared with English. In te reo Māori, sentences typically follow this structure: verb, subject, object. This means that the action, i.e. the verb, comes first, followed by the person or the thing who's performing the action, which is the subject, and then the thing being acted upon, which is the object. Let's look at an example. E kai ana ahau I te āporo means I am eating the apple. Let's break that down. E kai ana is the verb phrase, meaning am eating, like we learned in our last lesson. Ahau is the subject, which means I, and I te āporo is the object, meaning the apple, āporo. So the sentence structure is verb, kai, subject, ahau, and object, I te āporo. The structure is consistent in te reo Māori, so once you understand it, you can start to apply it to almost any sentence. Let's try another example. E kōrero ana ia I te reo Māori. He or she is speaking Māori. Again, we start with e kōrero ana, speaking, followed by the subject, ia, he or she. E kōrero ana ia. And then the object is I te reo Māori, the Māori language. So that whole sentence reads, e kōrero ana ia I te reo Māori. Let's practice this together with some other verbs and different subjects. I'll say the sentence and I want you to repeat it after me. Are you ready? E oma ana ngā tamariki I te papatākaro. The children are running at the playground. E oma ana ngā tamariki I te papatākaro. What about this one? E moe ana koe I te whare. You are sleeping at the house. E moe ana koe I te whare. Great. Now, let's practice using some different subjects and objects. You can switch out the subject or the object to create some new sentences. Let's go. E mahi ana ahau I te kura. I am working at the school. E mahi ana ahau I te kura. What about this one? E hikoi ana ia I te pāka. He or she is walking in the park. E hikoi ana ia I te pāka. As you can see, the structure always stays the same no matter what you're talking about. This makes it easy to create sentences once you've built up that vocabulary. And look, that's it for today's lesson. Well done. Now you know what you need to do, e hoa. You need to go and find your reo buddy and you need to teach them what you've learned today. Go over it and put everything that you've learned today into practice. You know it's the only way to embed this learning. And I promise you, it's best to do it while it's fresh. So don't leave it too long. You just got to do the mahi. Tomorrow, we've got some exciting learning to get stuck into. So, mauri ora, and I'll see you in the next lesson.